Good afternoon. This is Jared with Veteran Database, and today we're going to be going over just a quick rundown of how to actually use your account within Veteran Database. So let's dive into the screen share. Boom. All right. So once you log in, you'll be taken to the app.veterandb.com page. This is our dashboard, and then you'll see your email address, and then this text here. This is just a placeholder. We have not yet defined what's actually going to be here. It could be that, we add some stats type stuff here. I don't really know what's going to happen, but for now, this is where we're at. So if you click on, let me move this to the bottom. If you click on your initials here, then you have my account, you have docs, feature requests, and support. So support, feature requests, and docs, all of them go to a separate page. So support goes to our support.veterandb.com, where you can sign up or sign in to create support tickets. Pretty useful. Next on the list is our feature request system. This goes to our roadmap, roadmap.veterandb.com. This is where you can log in and sign up and create various feature requests. You can vote on items. You can come in here and you can add comments. And so this is what we're going to use to define, figure out what people want and use that to build what's coming in the future. Next on the list is docs. This is our documentation portal, which I do need to remove that, but you can check out our docs, and some of this is going to be, how to use a platform. Some of it's going to be various different elements, like uploading images. So anything that we feel needs to be here, we'll definitely add it here. Uh, and then after that, you have my account. Now, the reason why you have the initials in the top and no image here is because we haven't added an avatar feature yet. But we do have a placeholder there. So once that comes into play, we will be adding that. I just don't know when that is yet. So everything is structured this way. You have this page, which is the first item there, and you have the title, some form to fill out information, and then a button to submit the update. So that's going to be the same no matter where you're at within the system. It's going to operate the same. So we have the account section. You can manage your first name, last name, email, access. The access section talks about what's your very clearly your account status, your user role, your account type. So account status, that'll tell you if it's active, that means your content is visible. If it's on hold or inactive or something like that, then it will not be visible. That is something that is not, everyone comes in active by default. If something happens and you request your account to be disabled, or for some reason we decide that your account needs to be disabled, you violate a policy or something like that, then that would be visible here. With an inactive status. User role currently set to customer. We're going to have to rethink that one, but that's the same. I mean, we're going to have to rename it, but that's the premise of how things are operating. Account type veteran. So right now, that's the only account type. In the future, we are looking at adding capability for veteran dependents. And so whenever we get to the veteran status validation, when we get that to an automated system, then we can look at adding dependents as an option as well. We're on access. Next is security. So this is where you can change your password. To be honest, that does not work right now. I have to link that up so it actually works. You'd have to use the forgot password capability, right now because I haven't yet developed the reset password thing inside the system. But once that is live, um, I'll definitely publish an update for that. Verify your account. So this is where we're going to do our email, phone, veteran status type of validations. Those are going to go here. Under settings, we're probably never going to support a language other than English. So I made sure that this was defined. And as far as time zones, we're only operating off of Eastern Standard Time right now. In the future, we may do something that allows for multiple time zones. And in the event that that happens, you'll be able to change this. But we've decided to put those two in there to show that they're hard coded and you can't change them. Notifications. So we do not have a notification system set up right now, and that's solely because you do not have the capability to interact with other people, right? This is not Facebook. This is just a place to manage your content on the website. It's essentially a custom developed CMS. Think of it as logging into WordPress to manage your stuff. That's basically what this is. And so right now, all notifications that you do get are system generated, and they are triggered based on different actions that you take within the system. So for example, if you try to reset your password, you're going to get an email. When you register, you get an email, those types of things. In a future edition, we're looking at having the capability to follow other organizations. So whenever they make updates, you can get notifications, much like social media does. But that's down the road quite a ways. Next up, we have the Vetpreneur Tribe. If you're not familiar with the Vetpreneur Tribe, it's essentially a veteran business organization slash group, and many people that we know are part of this group, and so that is what this section is for. Right now, if you are a Warrior Council member, it will show up as true. If you are not, it'll show up as false. And so this is added here through an agreement with the Vetpreneur Tribe. And once we have all the information for that, we can publish it and go live. But those sections are not on the page right now until we get all of that information. Nonetheless, if this is wrong, if it should say true and it says false or vice versa, if it's wrong in any way, just submit a support ticket for now and we'll get to it. In the future, we have plans to build a management portal for this so that we don't actually have to manage it. So it'll be pretty exciting when we get there. So that covers everything in the account section. And then I'm just going to go through business because the rest are exactly the same. So we'll go through business. And so these are all of your businesses. The image here is a cover photo. So if you don't have one, it's not going to show up. Let me back up. So when you click on add business over here, it's going to give you the create business section. All right. Now, there is a problem that we actually found a solution for this last night or in the past couple of days. And so we're going to be implementing this very soon. But for now, if you create a business here, you will not be able to immediately come back to the listing page and edit this. There's a reason for that. It's not a bug, it's by design. We just didn't realize that whenever we were putting it together. So our portal utilizes a tool called Next.js. Next.js, Next JavaScript, is a tool that is called a static site generator. And that means It'll go through and check your database, pull all of the content, and build out all of the pages so that you don't have to actually load each page as needed. You just create all the pages and then you're done. So those pages can load by themselves without having to worry about trying to pull content from the database. And because this is a static site generator, every time you update the database, this has to actually repopulate. And so that is the problem that we're running into. And so we actually have a fix to actually fix that, to repopulate, reproduce those pages whenever there's an update. And that's definitely coming. Something we're working on this week, I think. I have to look at the schedule, but that is definitely coming. So today, if you create a new business, directory, nonprofit, or podcast, you can't edit it until we republish the whole project. And so once that is resolved, we'll definitely put it out there, let everyone know it's been fixed. But for now, you have to wait until we republish. And at the rate that we're moving on modifications and stuff, it's not too long of a wait, but nonetheless, you still need to wait. So moving on, each one of these content modules here, business, directory, nonprofit, podcast, they all have the same exact information. Some of them have less information, but business is the most extensive and everyone else has the same or less. So if I go over business, that'll cover everyone. So this is the main business details section. When you create a business, you're going to fill out the name here, and that's the name that's going to be present. You can update that here. Description. This is definitely useful to add in here. This ties into what's visible. Everything here is what's visible on the page, except for one aspect, which I'll cover in a second. Next section is contact. This is your contact information, email, phone, website. Ew, I need to update that. I can actually show you real quick what that looks like. Boom, boom. But email, phone, website, address, cool. All of this is public information for us, and it's publicly visible on the website. So it's not like you're able to hide anything. That was our old phone number, and that's our new one. So I will just click update. You see it says processing, and it refreshes the page. Now it's not updated because of the same thing that I talked about earlier, the static site generator. That's the issue. So if I were to pull up the database and show you the actual database behind the scenes, you can see that it's been updated, which for shits and giggles, I'm just going to pull it up. I know if you're not savvy in the tech space, it'll be a little what's the word? Pointless. All right. There we go. So you can see here, this is a tool that I use to manage database content, but you can see this is live on the page. It shows our old phone number, but here in the actual database, it shows that the phone number has been updated. So it does work. I just have to republish the page. So that is that's becoming a big deal. This didn't happen in the last version because it was not a static site generator. Um, but overall, the SSG is going to be a lot better for us. I just have to implement a solution for that. Nonetheless, after you enter your contact information, then you have your cover image. So we have a preview of your cover image, and you can upload a new one here. This is going to go into our cloud storage system, and once it's there, you'll be fine. But until you upload it, then can't really do much with it. Um, this is a lot different than before when we were on WordPress. On WordPress, you would upload the image directly into WordPress, and now we're uploading an image directly into our third-party cloud storage system, specifically with Microsoft. So it's going to be pretty savvy. Once you upload the image, then that will update this preview down here, and you can see what it looks like. If it looks like this says here, if it does not look right, upload a correctly sized image. And there it is. Click here to read the docs. That actually takes you to the image upload section that talks about size and aspect ratio. The short version is this is a Facebook cover image size, so it's going to be easy to work with, but that's the reality. If you don't upload an image, this is what people are going to see. I made sure to provide a preview because I wanted people to know this is what people are going to see. And it's no different with the logo. The logo is exactly the same. They have their own specifications on dimensions. But if you don't upload a logo, this is what people see. And so I'm hoping that this will encourage people to upload their logo and their cover image. We will see. Next on the list is SEO. So the slug here is generated based off the name and today's date. So normally you'll get something like this or something like this as the default slug. And that's because we need to make sure that we're not, the slug has to be unique. So this is a preventative measure to make sure that you can't have a slug the same as everybody else. Now, this slug here is what's going to be visible here inside the portal, as well as what's here on the actual website here. And so, oops, if you update this, you must know that it's going to update globally everywhere, which is not a problem, but you need to make sure that you are prepared for this. So when you update this, you will not be able to access this page anymore. And not until the next, you'll be able to access this business the next time our project is rebuilt. But until then, you can't access it. In fact, when you update the slug, a lot of times it will also force you to log in again. Our previous Create React app version would force you to log in again because the slugs have changed. I haven't changed the slug since we moved into the new system, so I honestly don't know what it's going to do. But I do know that it's a static site generator. So if this is the page that is built, then this is the page that it's expecting. So if you have this, it's never going to align correctly until it's repopulated. So if you're going to change that, that's fine, but change it last. Update the rest of your information first, and then come back and change that. Here we have your Google Maps URL. So you just basically go to Google Maps, find your account in the Maps section. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. That's me. Copy the link, plug it in. That's it. Hit save. Um, it's pretty simple. No need to do anything more. Here, blog RSS feed URL. This is a pretty big deal whenever we republish our blog system. Um, I would say that if you're on WordPress, there's a few extra steps you can do to ensure that you're just getting blog content, but that's a problem for another day. But yeah, you can input your feed and we'll import your blog content to our website whenever that's set up again. Pretty exciting. You'll notice that there is no title and description for this SEO section. That's because they come from the name and description. At some point, we're probably going to add a specific meta description. So that way you can be more detailed in this description and then have a concise version here for SEO. But the title will also always come from the name. There's no point in having two versions of that. I think it's a bigger problem that people want to add their personal name with as a personal brand. They want to add their name in with what they do, like Jay and Silent Bob, the travel agent, right? That's kind of annoying. So I'm looking at how do we that's a bigger problem than taking the name from here. So uh, nonetheless, those are the SEO features that we have implemented here. Next up is the social aspect. We did have Clubhouse here, but we took it out. Nonetheless, these are all the social media systems that we currently, our social media platforms that we currently have an option for. Dribble, Facebook, GitHub, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. And then there's an other option. If you fill out an other option, we'll actually go out and look to see. It won't be on the page. I'll just straight up, it will not be on the page, but we will use that to figure out if that's something we need to add. And if we do add it, we'll update it for you. So all of those social URLs will show up. That's a bad example. Oh, where is it at? I'm looking for it. Stand by. There's me. Okay. So all of your social links will show up like this. And so when you add them in here, they show up on the front end. Next, we have the embed widget. This is pretty amazing. So what this does is this basically is some code that will output this image with a link to your entity. So because this is a business, this goes to the business page and it uses my current slug. So if you update your slug, you need to go back and get a new embed code. So the purpose of this is multifaceted. Purpose one, for SEO. By putting this on your website, you're giving Veteran Database a backlink. And the reason why this is a good idea is because Veteran Database is already giving you a backlink. So two backlinks help each other. So you're helping us and we're helping you. It's multifaceted. at the same point, a lot of people do want to go down the route of adding some sort of veteran-owned type of logo onto their business website. And a lot of those other logos are just not on the same level of quality as the veteran database logo. Some of them look fine, but a lot of them don't. And so that is why um, adding this to your website will display your veteran status, but it'll do it with style. And we also have a few versions to actually match your branding. So we do have black and white. So there's black and white here at the bottom. But then we have a dark version and a light version. And so this is going to be dependent on whatever your website looks like. So what you actually want to do is you want to put this in the footer of your website. So I'll take a couple of my websites. There's Fort Ember, Site Hero, Carbon Digital. So Fort Ember, this is the software division of the company. Boom. Here at the bottom, I have veteran database. I can click on that and it'll open it up my veteran database page. Excuse me. So today, that's all it does. In the future, once we get a review system put in place, it'll do the same thing. This is Site Hero. I've added this text myself. Find us on, which you could do the same if you wanted. And then Carbon Digital. Boom. I added the light version of the logo, and that goes to the Carbon Digital page. And this is very, very awesome for everyone. So the more businesses that you put out here, the more links to every business that you create. If you have multiple businesses, you definitely want to list them all. Each one will definitely have a link from its website or from Veteran Database to your website. It's going to happen. Is all you have to do is enter in your website. Pretty simple. These guys, magnetic marketing, boom. And I need to fix that. Fun. Oh, because they didn't enter in a URL. That's why. Okay. What's supposed to happen is it's supposed to open up their domain. Clearly, something's wrong there. I'm going to fix that today. Nonetheless, the embed widget will point back to Veteran Database and help us grow while helping promote you guys. Pretty amazing. Again, like I said before, once we get into the reviews portion, a reviews module, then you will be able to use this to ask for reviews, which is also going to be pretty sweet. Something to the effect of review us on Veteran Database. So pretty exciting stuff. Status. This says active business, true. So if that's active, then your business listing will show up on the public website. If this is false, then it will not show up on the public website. Here, delete. So if you request to delete, what's going to happen is your status is changed to false. And then the next time that we cycle through and delete content, your business will get deleted. If you hit delete and you decide that you want to actually retain, you want to undelete, you want to add it back, as long as this page is here on the business listing side, as long as it's here, there's still time to recover it. Okay. Once it's no longer here, we cannot recover. We don't take backups of deleted content. So we are looking at ways to actually do that and to be able to restore um, deleted items, but there has to be a line in the sand drawn for this. It's not something we can, we if it's a week later and it's already been removed and you're like, oh crap, I really wanted to keep that, or I hit the button by accident, I want to be able to fix those issues. But if we're talking 3 months later and you're like, oh crap, I really didn't want to delete that, at some point, that sucks for you. Um, so a lot of stuff here, uh, a lot of stuff happening here, and a lot of potential for the future. So I am definitely super excited to take this thing to the next level and grow it. And the only way for me to do that is with you guys being part of the fold, with you guys signing up, listing your content, and providing feedback. That's the way this thing gets better. That's the way it grows. Stuff like that helps me even fix the little problems that we've seen today. And that's how things work. So hope you guys begin to love veteran database as much as I do. It's an amazing idea. It's an amazing concept. And we have a lot of great things coming down the pipeline. So sign up, get listed, get some traffic, grow your business. That's what we're trying to do. Till next time, guys, take it easy.